Alright, hello friends, and welcome to another vlog on my channel. Today I am annoyed with my bangs. I need to cut them tonight, hopefully. And so, if we just spend the whole video with me like this, don't worry about it, okay? It's fine. But I am back for another weekly vlog after last week I didn't do a weekly vlog and I just did like a summary of my week vlog instead. I ended up not really liking that for like the YouTube vlogs things, but I did kind of like it for other social media. Like I posted a TikTok, I posted it on Instagram and Facebook and those sorts of platforms. I was like, this is a good video for something like that. But for YouTube and the vlogs, I don't really think so. So today is currently Saturday, which is 2 days after when I was supposed to start this vlog, so I'll give you a little summary of the past 2 days. On Thursday, I restocked the store, I guess I should say. And then I had a little mental breakdown because I wanted to start working on clothing, but I couldn't find anything that looked good. I felt like some of the options that I had already saved were a little bit too plain, especially for the sort of price tag that I would have to put on it because it's handmade and the yarn that I have to use for it is a lot more expensive than the yarn that I currently use for all my other stuff. And so while it's nice to be able to hand make clothing, on the other hand, I would have to put a $60 price tag on just like a basic tank top. I was really getting annoyed with it pretty much all day. I was looking up different other options. One option that I really liked was this knit pattern for like shorts and pants and shirts and stuff, but it's knit and it's for a knitting machine that I would like to get in the future in order to, you know, make this sort of clothing and stuff fast to be able to sell it in store, you know? But the machine is $500. And I just don't want to pay that right now, you know? Now's not the best time to be buying a $500 machine. So I was really getting annoyed just like the whole day looking up stuff like that. I didn't really get anything done that day. I do have a couple of crochet patterns that I like to try for some interesting like tank top sort of things. But I was really hoping for some shorts, and I can't find any shorts pattern that is thick enough that you can't see through it and also looks good. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that, but whatever, shorts are just not in my future for right now. Then on Friday, I crocheted this little eagle, which I thought was really cute. Originally, this was going to be a gift for my dad because he volunteers with an eagle rescue center. And so I thought he'd think this was really cute. He'd really like it. And then as I was making it, I was like, I wonder if I could put these in the store, especially like around the 4th of July-ish. I think might be nice. Maybe. So, still kind of debating that. I don't know how well it would do. So I might make another one, put those in the store and just see if they sell, how long it takes until they sell, and go from there. And then the next thing that I was going to make was a shrimp, because I've been really loving this idea of crocheting a shrimp, putting it on a pot, and then like making some rice and posting something that's stupid online of like, are you telling me a shrimp fried this rice? But the pattern that I had saved was $4. I thought it was free. No, you have to pay for it, $4. And I couldn't find any free patterns that looked up to my standards. I don't know why I have such high standards. I'm kind of still debating it because I'm like, I really want to make that stupid shrimp joke. But paying $4 for a pattern to make a single shrimp just to make a joke on the internet, but also it's only $4. I don't know, I keep going back and forth. I don't like paying for patterns, but also there are some nice paid for patterns out there. I'm really limiting myself by only doing free patterns. That's my phone. Anyway, then the next thing that I started working on was this. I'm not done with it yet. It's supposed to be a few sparrows. Somebody who I know in real life wants me to crochet them some sparrows, and I am having a rough time with these because this one has a gray face, as you can see. It also is very much a potato with eyes and a gray face. But I was looking at pictures of sparrows online and I couldn't quite tell if their faces are more gray or if they're more of like a light beige. Of course, every sparrow looks different, but I couldn't tell what the general color was, and so I called my dad to ask because he's big into birds. He's like, oh, that's a tough question. It's kind of both. So thanks. So I went through and I made it with gray, and I don't think that I like this, but I'm gonna finish it anyway just to see what it looks like. I also brought down a light beige skin colory kind of look, if I can grab it. This color, kind of skin, right? To see if maybe I like that better. I'm also thinking about bringing the face down a little bit more into like a belly as well, but like I said, I'm gonna finish this one. Where is its face? This one, just to see what it looks like. Maybe I'll also give her some options. Be like, okay, I made one with gray and I made one with beige. Which one do you like better so I can make the third one? Or keep the one that she doesn't like? I don't know. I'm just making sparrows over here. But yeah, that's all that I've done. Not really a lot. I did some stuff for the video game channel, but I really need to work on that too. So there's just a lot to get done, but I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna finish this bird, and I'll see how it looks like, what I feel about it, and what I do from there. Okay, it's been 5-10 minutes. What's going on here? I don't know. I don't care. I did a wing. Sparrow wings are kind of a mottled brown and black, so I tried by taking the brown yarn that I used for the body here and some black yarn, doing it together to see if I can make a good looking wing. I don't know how I feel about it. There's a lot of black in there, to be fair, based off of a real sparrow. It's a little bit too black, but I don't mind the color choice as much. It's just there's a couple things. One, if you don't crochet, just information for you, yarn comes in different weights, which is basically how thick yarn is, and so of course if you're doing 2 yarns at the same time, that's double the thickness, and that will change the size at the end of what you are doing, make things bigger or smaller depending on what yarn weight that you are using. So this wing is about twice as big as it should be because I'm using 2 yarns together. And so it looks a little goofy compared to the rest of the bird. The rest of it's so small and then giant wing. But then also I'm just like, I'm still not sure about that face color and how I feel. The shape of it in general is just kind of, I don't know that I like this enough that I even want to give it to her and be like, what do you feel about it? Because I'm like, this kind of sucks. But I don't know what else to do. It's also super annoying because I'm using a 3.5 hook for this, and so using a bulky weight yarn basically because I'm doing 2 worsted together. And a 3.5, I know if you don't crochet, none of that made sense to you. It's difficult, that's all that we'll say. Hook too small for yarn. And so it's a struggle trying to do this. I don't know. I don't like it. But I don't know what else to do. I sent a couple of pictures of it to my dad, so hopefully he can let me know his thoughts on how he thinks it's going, because I don't know, he's a bird guy. I feel like he'll have some good ideas. and then I'm going on my iPad to see what's the next thing on my list of projects that I want to make while I wait for him to respond. And I have this, see if I could show you the picture. Hopefully, I don't know whether my camera is going to like me showing you my iPad. I have this dino next that I want to make. I've seen these. So for a while, a few years ago, there was a pattern called Timothy the T-Rex, which I loved the way that it looked. But it was a paid for pattern. And as we just talked about, I don't like paying for patterns. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with it, like people charging money for the patterns that they make. I understand, I get it, you made it, it's a lot of work to make a pattern. I get it. It's just me personally, I don't know, I'm too cheap. So I recently found this pattern, which is free and based off of the Timothy the T-Rex pattern, but it's not exactly the same. And so I want to make this just because I think just because I always think that it's so cute, and then maybe put it in the store as well. The problem is there are a lot of different color variations I have seen of this dino, and they're all really cute, and I've never been able to choose which one is my favorite color combination. So when I put it on the store, I'm thinking of doing like a you can choose your own colors sort of thing. Was that my father? Oh my gosh, he responded just now, kind of strange looking. I haven't made the beak yet. He's like too much gray for the beak. I haven't made the beak yet, but he agrees that it's kind of bad looking, so I don't know. What was I saying? Anyway, online, having people be able to choose which color combination they want. I'll give y'all a rainbow list of options, you know, Roy G. Biv. And you can choose, I want the main body to be this and the stripes to be this color. And I think that would be really cute. I just don't know when I make mine, what colors should they be? And then if I put them in the physical store, because you can't like custom ask for things in the physical store. You can, but I live too far away from the physical store that it would make sense for somebody to like ask for a custom item and then I bring it the next day or something. You'd have to wait a week, and I feel like that's not very doable. So I'd have to figure out what colors I want, assuming this pattern is good, because I don't know, I'm having such a rough time with patterns right now with the shirts and then the sparrow. I made the eagle, and that's the best thing that I've made in a few days, because it's pretty much the only thing that I've made in a few days. Okay, so I just finished the main body of this, and I love it so much. I still have to put the arms and the legs on, and the tail. I think it has a tail, but now that I'm saying it, I'm like, what if it doesn't? But I love this so much. As I was saying earlier, I've just always really loved the original pattern to this, but I've never wanted to try it out for myself because it was a paid for pattern, and I was like, I don't really know that it's worth it, I guess, just to make it for me. But this brings me so much joy. Like, my new favorite thing, I don't know why blue and green specifically. Something in me was just going, you need to make it base blue with green stripes. No clue why, but I'm also thinking it might look nice with like base green with blue stripes. Maybe we could go for like an alternate sort of thing, but I don't know, something in me was just screaming, I need to make base blue with green stripes. so I made it. And yeah, I'm really excited to have it finished. I'm excited to do a bunch of different colors and put it in the store. Hopefully other people like them because I'm obsessed with it. It is freezing today, and I'm pretty sure like it's currently 50 something, high 50s, 57. And I'm freezing. I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks because my toes are like icicles. So that's fun. I'm still crocheting little bits and pieces for the dinosaur. This is the last foot, then I need to do the tail. But I wanted to chat because I don't know, I just want to share how happy I am. Nothing at all to do with crocheting, but you know, this is a vlog, not necessarily about crocheting. In the game that I am constantly playing on my phone, Love in Deep Space, today is currently the first day of one of the characters' birthday weeks, where they do like 5 days before the birthday, you start being able to do events and tasks in order to like gear up for it, and there's a special little memory that you can get if you pull for it. It's a gacha game, so you have, I don't even know what the chances are, a small chance that when you spend in-game money you can win a memory. And honestly, for gacha games, if you're familiar with the genre, Love in Deep Space is really nice to its players. I've played games before where it's like a 0.01% chance every single time that you pull, no matter what. And this is like, if you don't pull it within 70 pulls, you're 100% going to get at least a 5-star, if not the 5-star that you want. So they're really nice to their players. I really like it. Anyway, the point remains, today's the first day. I have been saving up my in-game money for this event, and I got the card. I keep calling them cards because normally in other games they're cards, but they're memories in this. I got the memory that I wanted in 70 pulls, so I'm pretty happy about that, and I only had to spend half of the amount that I had saved up, so I'm happy about that. I'm really enjoying this game. It's been, I think, 40 days since I started playing it, and I really enjoy it. I'm debating whether or not they have like a monthly pass thing that you pay $5 a month and you get in-game rewards, and I'm kind of debating it solely because like I appreciate this game so much. Like I said, they're really nice to their players. It's not like the other gacha games that I've played, like Ensemble Stars. I love Ensemble Stars, but Ensemble Stars is the sort of game that you have to babysit 24/7. And it's the game I was telling you about where your pull rate is 0.01% for a 5-star. You know, in comparison, Love in Deep Space is just really kind to their players, so I don't mind if I paid $5 a month to get special in-game rewards, because I feel like the dev team deserves it for being so nice. But I haven't done it yet. And yeah, I just wanted to have a little clip where I gushed about it because I'm just so happy. I'm loving the game so much. And yeah. Should I also tell you that I stayed up until 3 a.m. last night playing video games for my stupid video game channel? I was thinking that I was so close to finishing a game, so I was like, I'll play for another 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden it was 3 a.m. and I still haven't finished the game. And I'm still like, I probably have 30 minutes more. I bet you I don't. I bet you I have a few more hours left. But I was so sure I was going to finish the game last night. And I didn't. And I stayed up till 3 a.m. for nothing. I've been thinking about making that stupid joke for a few days now. But I finished him. And he's so cute. I love him so much. Like, I'm so excited that I finally got a chance to make this pattern. It has been on my list of things that I wanted to make for a while. So I'm glad that I finally did. I'm obsessed with him. I'm gonna go ahead and make a green and blue stripe one as well. I don't know why, I said this before, I don't know why my brain specifically said, oh my god, you need to make a blue one with green stripes. But here it is. I'm gonna make one that is opposite, green with blue stripes, and have them as little friends, little buddies. But I love this so much, and I hope that it's really popular and I get to make a bunch of them for people, because I just want to make a bunch of them and I don't know what else I would do with them. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm also very happy that he is easy to stand, because a lot of the times crochet plushies aren't very easy to stand. There are ways, and I know how to, if you like kind of poke in the butts of a lot of them, it will give you a more flat surface that you can put down and have stand somewhere. But there's always the chance that the stuffing is going to move back into the position it was before and your item is going to fall down. So I am very happy that he is easy to stand. You just pretty much plop him down and he's good. And I just adore him so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna send them to my friends and scream, and hopefully they scream with me. Yeah, and then I'm gonna start making one with opposite colors, just so he has a friend. Imagine if I made him a little hat. Oh my gosh, it just popped into my head. A little like top hat. I know how to make witch hats, or I did in the past. Little hats, little like accessories for them. Okay. Okay, so I was crocheting a little bit, but I didn't get a lot done. I mean, I did finish that first dinosaur, and I got halfway through the head of the second one, but then at 4 I had to go to a meeting for the, physical booth, and I knew that I had to go to this meeting anyway. It wasn't like all of a sudden, oh my god, meeting. I already knew like a week in advance that I would have to go. So I was dreading it a little bit because the store is so far away from where I live. I was like, can't you just email me what you want to say? Why do I have to sit here? Why does this have to be a meeting? But I was actually pleasantly surprised with the meeting and all of the discussions that we had as a group, everybody who has booths in there, talking about things and sharing little like tips and tricks. We talked a lot about social media and ways to make it better. Like, for example, one question that I've been having recently is whether or not I should be running ads on Facebook and Instagram. Because I'm thinking, nobody today uses Facebook, right? Like, Facebook's such an old platform, nobody's on it. But we were chatting about that and how the people who own the building that we are in, they also have a different business just like the next street over, and how when they started it up, they run ads on Facebook, and that is the biggest thing where they see a lot of like return on their, I don't know if you really want to say like investment when it's an ad or something, but they see a lot of return on running Facebook ads. So, little things like that are really interesting, how to use social media, mostly Facebook, for your benefit and things like that. We talked about some upcoming events that we were talking about doing. Like, one that was really funny was having a girls' night where women can come in and drink some wine, go shopping, get drunk, and buy all the things, Very fun, very like humorous, but also informative. So I was really happy about that. Then I stopped by Walmart because I needed a few things, but some other things that I bought, which it's in a bag, I wasn't even thinking about talking about it. I got some fabric transfer paper because I was thinking of doing tags. Those tags that you have like on your clothing that says where you got it from, who the designer is, and washing instructions. I was thinking of doing something like this. I know nothing about this, so I just kind of grabbed it. And we'll see. Hopefully it comes with instructions. Oh, it does on the back. Cool. I didn't even read what the instructions say. I was just like, yep, okay, $5, let's go. So I'm excited to try that eventually. I have to see all that I need for it though. And then I also got some cardstock. This stuff is heavy. I was thinking of, so the next thing that I want to make of like a big thing, where do I put this, is coffee sleeves and like cup koozies, things like that. And one of the things that I wanted to do was put a little coffee cup, cut out like the shape of one, and then put the sleeve around it so that you know it is a sleeve for a coffee cup that you could get like at a coffee store, right? And I wanted it to be made out of paper that was like rather thick so that it doesn't get messed up very easily, because you know, like computer paper, printer paper, it's kind of floppy and ugh. So originally I was thinking of getting some poster board, and then I was like, oh, I could get some cardstock maybe, and that would work. They didn't have a lot of options for cardstock. They had a 50 pack of 65 pound, and then they had this 150 pack of 110 pound. And I think 150 pieces of cardstock is a little much, but the 65, I was just worried, the 65 pound, I was just worried was going to be too thin. I know it's thicker than printer paper, but I was still worried. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get the 110 pound. I don't know what this feels like just off the top of my head. I guess I could open it and show you. But I do know that it's thicker. Let me open it. You know what? We're going to open it right here, right now. And then maybe I can also use this in the future for price tags or something. There's a few different ways that I can use this. Business cards, if I make my own. But for right now, it's just basically for those coffee cup inserts. So here is a page from that sheet, and you see it's thicker than paper. Here's a sheet of paper as like, I don't know, a difference. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this in a camera. This is my meeting notes on the other side. But I don't know, maybe by sound. Does that make sense to you? This is printer paper. This is 110. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure whether I would want something thicker or not than 110, but 110 was the thickest that they had, you know? This is okay. This is a little on the lighter side of what I was imagining, but I don't hate it. It's doable, and I have 150 sheets, so. And then as well, I cut my bangs, which you probably could see. I laid on them while they were wet, and I was like just playing on my phone, so they're a little bit awkward and weird sitting, but I needed them out of my face, and so I'm happy about that. I have a lot of things to do. I want to start working on the coffee sleeves, but not tonight. I also want to finish that dino that I started making, and that might be everything that I do tomorrow, because I'm a slow crocheter. One good thing that I learned is that, did I tell you specifically I went to Walmart to buy things? Walmart's the only store that's nearby. I live in such a small town. We've got Walmart, and we've got like Dollar General. Okay, we don't have a lot, but this yarn that I had picked up the other day at Walmart, I was originally going to make a pair of shorts for myself with this, but I can't find a good enough short pattern that I enjoy, so it's just been sitting here next to me like, one day you'll use me, right? I was looking at this manufacturer online, Peaches and Cream, not to be confused with Sugar and Cream, which also makes 100% cotton yarn. this is 100% cotton yarn. Do you understand my dilemma in always getting them confused? Peaches and cream, not sugar and cream. Anyway, I was looking at this yarn manufacturer online to see if I could buy more directly from the manufacturer rather than hoping that they have some in stock at the Walmart near me, and they only sell to retailers. So that's a no. But while I was at Walmart, I was like passing by the yarn aisle anyway to get to the craft aisle for this paper, and I happened to see that they had like a bunch. I couldn't 100% remember from the last time that I was there, but they have like 2 shelves like on top of each other and probably 2 shelves side by side. So let's say a 4x4 of just this brand of yarn. They have the cones like this. They have little skeins. I don't have one that I'd be able to show you what that looks like, but they had quite a lot. So my other idea was that I was going to get this other yarn online, but it is $5 more, plus not even considering shipping to get that other brand. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I just go with peaches and cream then, because they have a lot. And maybe also if I need a special order, like 15 at a time, I can go online and get it sent to my house or something. I don't know. So it was a very productive day outside of vlogging. Nothing that I felt like it would be good to vlog though. Walk around Walmart with me while I get yogurt and granola for breakfast, because I'm really feeling like yogurt and granola recently. Come with me to my meeting. Why? You know? But I did get a lot of things done, so I'm excited about that. I need to edit videos tonight, finish working on the Dino, start working on the coffee sleeves. I might do a couple in this black, but I don't think that black is really going to be like the popular coffee sleeve color. I also want to make myself a shirt in this color. Since I can't find a good short pattern that isn't too holey and see-through, I'm thinking of this one shirt in particular. Make it with this. From there, I don't know. I'm also really thinking about buying that shrimp pattern. I might as well. Oh, I need to work on the sparrow. Oh, shit. There's always so many things to do. Okay, let me start working on some things. Mostly the video game editing, because I recorded 4 videos last night, and now I need to edit them. My brain is scrambled. So my brown dog in that last clip, Rican, it was really cute that she booped her nose on the camera lens, right? I thought that was so adorable. It did mean that I had to clean my camera lens, so hopefully everything is okay and you don't see any nose prints on the camera. My little viewing area, I say this like every time I feel like, is a 1x1 square. So I think it looks okay, and I'm not seeing any smudges in the video, but hopefully when you see it in a screen bigger than 1x1, you don't see any smudges. But I'm sitting here working on this dino, getting the blue stripes in, as you can see, and I was just thinking about how interesting it is that normally while I'm doing this, I'm watching YouTube videos as well, right? Because the act of crocheting is kind of boring, kind of mindless. You're just sitting there and your hands are working, but you're not really thinking of anything. So a lot of the times I watch YouTube videos for something to put on in the background, and I can sort of half focus on that, half focus on the crochet. It's very interesting that, I don't know where I put it, these dinosaurs, I'm just sitting here going through it. Like, I'm having such a fun time just making these that I've been sitting here in silence for the past couple of hours. I haven't been crocheting for the past couple of hours, but I just sort of realized I'm just sitting here, no lights on, just that window, in silence, working on this dinosaur. Wild to me. I'm also really excited to do some other colors, though after this I might take a break to work on some other things. I forget the one that my mom said. I showed a picture to her and she's like, oh, you know what would be a really good color scheme is this and this. And I was like, perfect, I'll do that later. And then my mom's wife said orange and blue for the football team, the Gators colors, because apparently they're real big in Georgia. That's what she said, at least. And then as well, since we're talking about football, she said I could do red and black for the Bulldogs. And my dumbass was like, yeah, for the Buccaneers. You can really tell that I lived in Florida before we moved to Georgia. And then I was just thinking something that would be really cute is light purple and light pink, and then also the opposite one, because I think my friend would really like that. And is it unethical if I create things solely to sort of like get her interest and try to see if she'll buy them? Maybe, but I also think that'd be really cute and like a dreamy sort of. I'm specifically thinking about the old Pokemon game. I think it was Black and White when they introduced it with Muna. You know how Muna is purple and pink, and they had that whole like dream world thing. It's been forever since I played Black and White, but that's the sort of thought that I'm thinking of for that, the sort of vibes. And so I'm excited for that, but I should probably move on to other things. I need to do the shirts before summertime. I'd like to do them as soon as possible. I need to do the coffee sleeves because I just asked last night one of the nearby coffee shops if they'd be interested in getting some for like wholesale. I can't remember if I told you that or not, but I need to do that, get them some samples so they can look at it, and then I can also tell them you can choose whatever color you want. This is just the colors that I had on hand. Yeah, like I have things to do. I also probably need to restock the bunnies before Easter is actually here. But I'm just having the time of my life making these little dinos. And I'm so excited to make more of them. Like I said, I really hope that there's something popular and that people want me to make more of them for them. Because I cannot personally make 16,000 dinosaurs and just have them in my room, right? I need to get them out somewhere. But I'm having a lot of fun and I want to make 16,000 dinos. Please. Look at him. You want him. Maybe not in this color. I can do custom. It can be whatever colors you want. But you want him. Please. Alright, we got one of those good news, bad news situations going on right now. Good news. I just got a text message. That's not the good news. I got an order for the website last night, which is super exciting. As I said, I think in a previous video, I don't often get orders on the website because I'm prioritizing the physical store. So it's always exciting when I do. I'm also thinking on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I will. My dog's itching herself and it's shaking the entire chair. So if you see shakiness, it's because she's itchy. On Wednesday, I'm thinking of changing up some of the stuff in this store, like adding new pages, like an About Me section and things like that. Really prioritize building the store a little bit more, so that will be exciting. But anyway, I got an order on the store, super exciting. I had to figure out what box I was going to put it in because, yet again, like we talked about last time, it's too big for the 4x4, but it's not big enough for the 9x12. And I really need, every single time that I get an order like this, I'm like, oh my god, I need to order some medium-sized boxes. And then I never do. So I just really need to go ahead and order some medium-sized boxes. But there are a couple of items in that order that I need to There are a couple of items in that order that I need to make because I don't have on hand because all of them are in the store, so I gotta do that. But bad news, the power went out. I was sleeping on the couch, or in the chair, I guess, and the power went out, so I woke up to the sound of like things beeping, like, oh no, power, and it doesn't seem to be something that is coming back quickly. You know how, like, especially a lot of the times here, the power goes out for a minute and then it comes back and no worries. But it's been a solid 10-15 minutes maybe, and the power is still out, so I'm thinking it's gonna be out for a while, which does make sense that today's the day, if the power is going to go out, that it will, because it's slightly windy outside. And if there's anything I know about the city that I live in, it's that if it's slightly windy, the power is going out every single time. It looks great out there. If I were a child, I'd go out and play and have fun. But inside, there's no electricity. So unfortunately, that means I'm stuck in this chair because I had it laid back, and now I can't move it because it's a powered chair, so I'm just kind of stuck like this. It also means that I can't access those patterns because I have them online. I need an internet connection in order to see those patterns. So, I guess I'm gonna find something else to do, like respond to these text messages, because that's 3 at this point and somebody really wants to get a hold of me. My goodness. Okay, so actually, little update, it's been 30 seconds. I read those text messages. Wish I could speak. My mom is saying that the town, not like directly next to us, but the next town over, is also having electric problems. So I think this is like a county-wide problem. Is that town in the same county as I am? I don't know. Either way, it's not just us, which is kind of nice, but also, again, kind of wish we had electricity. One thing also that I can say is that last night I started working on this black blob of nothingness. As you can see, it's a coffee sleeve. And this was the last pattern that I was looking at on my iPad, so the page should still be up and I should still be able to access it, hopefully, if my iPad doesn't decide to refresh, which it loves to do. So I could work on this for a little bit. I want to make a couple different colors of this too. This was just the first cotton yarn that I had next to me. And it's also a very interesting pattern because it wants you to do herringbone half double crochet, which I love when pattern designers come up with their own random stitch and call it something. Everybody is so creative. And also, I followed the instructions on how to do this herringbone half double crochet, and I was like, I hate this, actually. I understand it gives it a little bit more texture so it doesn't like fall out of your hands or something. You do have like these little textured bits at the top and bottom, so that will help. But it's so annoying to do, and I don't know why this thought ever crossed your mind that you should attempt that. So I'm just doing half double crochets normally, which is fine. My dog's eating my blanket. Sorry, I just noticed it out of the corner of my eye. That's fine, it's her blanket. She's annoying. That's Tally, by the way. If you ever want to learn all of my dogs' names, she's one of the easiest. I have 7 dogs total. 4 of them are twins, so they look similar. Like, I have 2 brown dogs, I have 2 black dogs, and then the other 3 dogs all look different enough that you'll be able to tell them apart more easily, like Tally. You can always know that the brown and white dog is Tally because she's the only brown and white dog that I have. So if you're trying to learn all those, that one's Tally. Okay, this might be a bad idea, but I am packaging up that order that I got last night. I have this old Amazon box that I had. This is a 9x6 box because I thought it would be a good size for when I get my medium boxes. And I'm debating whether or not I can fix this. Whether or not I can fit this into a 4x4. Because I put the mystery box, which, by the way, I didn't consider this. I don't have any mystery boxes pre-packed. And so I had to pick what was in here. And I'm not going to tell you, but that's kind of nerve-wracking to have to pick a random mystery item to put in somebody's box versus leaving it up to chance. So I hope you like this because I picked it for you. Anyway, I put this into the box, and as you can see, we've still got quite a bit of room in this box. We also need to put in, hold on, they're over here, let me grab it. 2 ghosts, 1, 2, and 2 bunnies, but there's still quite a bit of room in this box. And so I'm debating whether or not it can fit in a 4x4. Listen, this is 3.5 by 3.5. I'll have 1/2 inch on 2 sides. These are bigger than 1/2 inch wide, but I'm really thinking about whether or not I can squish them in. I think I'm gonna try it. Plus, I just love these boxes so much. This is what it looks like, by the way, before I send it out to you. This is your box. Because you don't need tape for them. They interlock. And so I don't have to worry about grabbing tape versus that box I'm gonna have to tape up. You just fold them into place and everything works out. So usually what I do is I pre-fold all of the things. I'm trying not to get a lot of like box crinkling, but maybe it's ASMR. Let me know. Is that good? And then after that, I actually put the box together. So it goes these wings with the little bits here in first, and then the bottom. It's kind of difficult to see. And then this fold in and like into here. And then the part that we folded before, that like wingy bit, goes in between that part, so that's where the interlocking thing comes in. And then this up here, if you can see, there's a little bit of a bump there, and so when you fold these in, like that, there is a little notch on the inside that you stick those into, and that's how it locks into place, and you don't need tape basically because it all just locks together. And then you have a cute little box. You just fold this down, put this inside, and then you have the box, right? Does that make sense? I love these so much. It is together, locked into place, so it won't come open during transit, right? Anyway, let me see. If I put this, which is, ooh, let's see. I'm also thinking, because this is a little bit taller than the box, so I'll have to like fold it down like that. I don't think so. No, that 1/2 inch is not a lot. Here, I can show you. It'd be really good for like a single mystery box. But that 1/2 inch on each side is not a lot. And trying to fit a ghost into there, like, no way. That's so upsetting. Okay, that's fine. Pre-folded box, love it. Anyway, so we have this box that I said before. It does mean there's going to be some wiggle room in there, but that's fine. I'm going to write a little thank you note. I'm going to get one of my business cards. I haven't pre-cut them out, and so I need to cut one out for this. I have Easter themed tape, which I think would be good for this, since there are 2 of the mini marshmallow bunnies in there. Package the rest of this up, weigh it, put the label, well, print the label out, because I'm going to wait for the morning to put the tape on it, and then I'll send it out tomorrow. One thing that really surprises me is different colors and how customers want different colors than I expect them to. For example, I was putting new product into the store last night. I still have to finish it because I need to do some like descriptions and then color variations and things. But for every item that I can, that it makes sense to do it, I'll give Roy G. Biv options. So rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then I just put indigo and violet together as purple. Then I'll throw in like pink and black and white, but I don't give every color option in the world, because I'm like, okay, rainbow colors are popular, black, white, and pink are popular, but like nobody's gonna want brown, right? Nobody's favorite color is brown. My mom kind of babysits, kind of sits with an older lady who is, I think she turned 103 this year, not 100% sure, 102 or 103, one of those. And this poor woman just keeps getting bullied by my mother. No, it's the opposite. This poor woman keeps bullying me, but I like to say that my mother is bullying her, because she keeps asking me to make her things, right? I don't remember if I ever told you guys on this channel about it, but that's the whole reason why I started this business, is that I used to have a crochet store, and then I moved, and it was just kind of lost in the move that I couldn't move it back up here with me. And so this old 103-year-old lady keeps hearing about how I crochet from my mom and kept asking me to make her things and kept being like, oh, you know, it'd be so nice if you had a store and all this. So I made a store. And now she keeps bullying me into making her things. Anyway, my mom was showing her pictures of the balloon dog that I made, which I can't remember whether or not I showed you guys in this vlog. I know I recorded some stuff about it last night, but I don't think I ever showed it in this vlog in particular. Anyway, she wants a balloon dog. Cool. She wants it in brown. You know, my options when I put it on the store, and I finally, you know, put in all the variations because I haven't done that yet. I'm thinking Roy G. Biv, pink, black, and white. Just to have options. I don't think people are really going to want a white balloon dog, but you know, just in case. Brown? But she wants brown, so okay, I'll make her one in brown. Right now I'm working on coffee sleeves, which I know this is just a black blob, but I promise you it's a coffee sleeve. I'm almost done with it, and then I figured after this, since I have this black cotton yarn out, I was going to make a shirt to try it out and see whether or not I like it, if I have the same problem that I did with the shorts earlier this week, where everything was just coming out too wholly and not as compact as I would have liked. We'll see. And then I also have to make that balloon dog now, and I have to make sparrows still because I haven't done that yet. So I'm being harassed and bullied by 103-year-old ladies. Just letting you know, it's still continuing. Okay, so this shirt is already driving me crazy and I've only just began it. Yay. So I'm checking. I just started working on it, you know? I just went. It has measurements for bust size, so I chose mine. I started working on it and it was too small. Like, the pattern does say that it's okay to stretch it a little bit, but I was having to stretch it a lot of it. So I double checked the gauge, which for people who don't crochet is like the, I don't know, the size, because everybody crochets a little bit differently. My dog's trying to pick a new spot. That's the same spot you were just in, but okay, thank you. You know, so you have a gauge measurement, which is just basically how many stitches in a couple of inches, so you can double check with pattern designers and make sure that you're crocheting the same size. So I double checked my gauge against hers, and mine's actually bigger than hers is. The math is kind of weird, but she was getting 16 stitches in 4 inches and I was getting 14 stitches in 4 inches. So I think that means mine is bigger, looser than hers is. Anyway, it wasn't working out, so then I just made the next size up. I just added to this and made the next size up, and I know this is going to be black on black, so you can't really see, but it fits around me without stretching. It's actually slightly big, but I figure that's okay. Sorry. Here, I know you can't see anything because it's black on black, but I promise you, it's right here. And so we are good here. It's just very interesting because I'm having to go a size up, which means when I make it for other people, I'm going to have to go a size up and try to figure out the sizing there. But I'll figure that out later. I'm going to continue working on this. I have to do this for 45 more rows. So that's going to be fun. I don't know where I put my hook. I lost it. Is it in my case? It is. Good. And just keep working on this, and then I want to make a second one for my friend who agreed to do some little like modeling pictures for me, so you don't just see me every single time. You can see it on somebody else's body and kind of compare and contrast what size do you need versus like this is a size medium on a body with this measurements, and something like that. So I need to make a second one after this for her so that she can try it on, send me some pictures, and do all that. It's very interesting though, because if you can see this little tail right here, that's where mine originally ended, and then I just added to it. I just foundation half double crocheted to continue on, because I was like, I'm not going back and starting my chain all over again and then half double crocheting all of this. I'm just adding on to this. So it's a little funky, but this one's like mine. Because this is the one that I'm going to be modeling, so I'm not going to just model it and then put it in the store for somebody else. This one's going to be mine. And so it's okay if it's a little bit messed up. I think I'll survive. Okay, so today my mom was going near the store anyway, so I was like, hey, while you're passing by, here's some stuff. Can you stock the store for me? 100%, absolutely. So she went, all those things that I had, the eagle, the balloon dog, the dinosaurs are all in the store now. The eagle sold within like an hour, which I thought that it might be popular because this area is a little bit more patriotic, I feel, the South. Patriotism. But all of those are in the store now, which means I physically do not have them. Last night, I recorded a few videos for TikTok where I was talking about the items and kind of pre-planning for this week's social media, or I guess next week's social media posts and what all was going to go up. And I just sat down to edit them and realized that none of them have audio. So I just have a video of me talking to a camera, but you can't hear a single word that I'm saying. And I was trying to think of ways that I could fix this. I could sit there and I could read my lips and write down every single word, but that's not going to be very fun to watch. Just like the captions as I talk, but no actual audio. I could dub over it, but then it's kind of weird because you see my lips moving, but what I'm saying verbally isn't actually what I'm saying in the video. So I just decided to delete those clips, and I just won't have TikToks this week, or I'll think of something else or whatever, but that's upsetting. So that's fun and dandy. Everything that I worked on last night is for nothing. But I did record 2 episodes of games tomorrow. I plan on editing those, so that's good at least. I'm stuck in Pokemon Reborn because I cannot figure out how to fight this boss battle. I tried for like 30 minutes and I was just so frustrated that I was like, okay, you know what? We're moving on to something else. And so I played the next episode, the final episode of 999. I'm done with that game now. Wild. But more importantly, I need to end this video here because it is Wednesday night and I normally end on Wednesday nights in preparation to stock the store on Thursdays. But I'm not stocking the store tomorrow. And it just feels weird to record tomorrow when I normally don't. I normally go from Friday to Wednesday night, and then on Thursdays I don't do anything. So I feel like that would be weird to not do that this week. I think I should end this video here is what I'm saying. This week has definitely been an interesting week for what I have made. None of it was anything that I was expecting. I'm in love with those dinosaurs though. I hope that they do well. I hope people want me to make them dinosaurs because I'm obsessed with them and I just want to make more. Definitely still have things on my list of things to make. The sparrows, the shrimp. I was also thinking there's that TikTok audio that's like, my sister had a baby, and I don't remember all the words. It has no limbs, but the shrimp who's talking and his wife take care of it, and it seems to know that it's in a loving home, and you know, that whole thing. I was like, that would be good if I crocheted a shrimp. I have 3 memes that I can do it for. I might as well do it. I lost what I was saying. I was too busy talking about shrimp. Last I knew was I need to end this episode, and then I just started blabbing about sparrows and shrimp. I'm gonna go ahead and go now. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you see anything in this video that you like, make sure to check out kitmakeitit.com, especially those dinos. You want a dino. And you can purchase them online. You can also use the code KITASTIC, same as my username here, for 10% off of your order. And then I know that you saw this video. I've had multiple orders now that use that code, and I'm like, I've only ever talked about that in the vlogs. They watch my vlogs. And I will see you next week for what I crochet after this.